My dear friends. How are you? Welcome back to Raya's studio. I am Raya. Recently, a bunch of coins called Twit, or coins that have something to do with Twit, suddenly started appearing. And from the data on the blockchain, it seems that a lot of people bought various similar Twits and were scammed. So, what is Twit? Today, I will be telling you more about it. In fact, the concept of Twit comes from a screenshot on the recently acquired Twitter. Since the completion of Musk's acquisition of Twitter on October 27th, Twitter has officially entered the Musk era. It is also a great conclusion to the acquisition drama that has been going on since the beginning of the year. Despite the many twists and turns, in my personal opinion, I would like to be a part of the Musk era of Twitter. On that day, Musk immediately changed his Twitter account profile to Chief Twit, and then almost overnight, hundreds of coins related to Twit appeared on major DEX exchanges and various blockchains. Let's have a look. As you can see, there are a bunch of such listings, and these are just scratching the surface. Isn't it overwhelming? Not to mention, there are even a few that seem to have risen pretty well. For example, Chief Twit is up 85% so far. Of course, most of them are at rock bottom. So, is there anything worth buying here? I feel responsible to inform you that all the new coins related to Twit are scams. Note, all of them, no exceptions. Let's take a little look at the on-chain data of a few related projects. For example, this one has gone up quite a bit. Let's start with a few notable points. Max total supply, 10 trillion Twit. Holders, 6. Transfers, 8. When we do evaluations, the number of holders and transactions are very important. Like this one, there are only 6 holding addresses and 8 transactions. How bad must it be for it to have such data? The data on the blockchain is almost impossible to falsify. And so with a little bit of research, we can identify many of the rug pull projects. Let's take a look at some others. The full name of this coin is Twitter Web3, Twit. As usual, let's look at the important parts. Addresses held and the number of transactions. Max total supply, 1 billion Twit. Holders, 17. Transfers, 24. Another scam, right? I believe that anyone who has even looked up their blockchain data would not buy a coin like this. Why do people still get scammed? Likely because they don't do their research. And if you don't, you just might deserve to be scammed. If you think about it, Musk's successful acquisition of Twitter was on October 27th, and the change of signature was also on October 27th. A large number of Twit coins appeared online almost immediately after. They are obviously fishing for ignorant buyers through Musk's acquisition hype. We should all know that a legitimate cryptocurrency is bound to be accompanied by a long period of preparation, development, debugging, community building, and development in its early stages. The development and amount of time spent on these coins, even if they were developed by the Chinese and Indian teams, which are known to be the fastest in the world, cannot be completed in just a few days. Especially not right after acquiring Twitter for $44 billion. If Twitter really wants to issue its own coin and enter Web3, it is not a project that can be laid out and completed in a few days. Of course, there are still ways to do this if you're shameless. For example, if Musk directly copied the code of Dogecoin, changed it into his own Twitcoin, and proceed to inject a certain amount of money into the pool, which can indeed complete the issuance of new coins in just a few hours. However, please think about this. An entrepreneur who just spent $44 billion, went through offers, regrets, lawsuits, and took nearly half a year to complete the acquisition. Would he really issue a new coin so hastily? It's obviously impossible. So, what's really going through the minds of people who bought into these rug pull projects? Of course, their goal is to get rich. and as quickly as possible. These people likely hope to buy a random coin that will miraculously rise several hundreds or even thousands of times overnight, hoping that it will make them filthy rich. The most important thing to know is that you're betting on the most obvious scam projects to go up hundreds or thousands of times. And these scammers are expecting to take all of your money. There are others, with the intention to chase the hype by spreading about such projects online. There are quite a few common cases of blockchain scams. That is, through airdropping tokens into your wallet. You'd think that you got free money and sell it in a hurry. But once you've sold these coins, you will find an empty wallet. These are malicious authorizations. On the surface you are selling the airdropped tokens. But in actuality, you are selling all the coins in your wallet. This is what we refer to as, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Do not think that you'll be able to randomly receive free money. Generally speaking, airdrops are given to early community builders, or investors on the side of the projects, or some early players in the game, etc. You help with the project, and the project owner pays you a certain amount of money. Equivalent exchange. If you didn't do anything, how can there be any profits? And if there's no profit, how can anyone be paid? Please think before you do anything rash. Moving on, let's take a look at some of the hype-chasing twit projects on Twitter. Let's look at this user. The first tweet on the 29th said, Twit is in the Ethereum POW chain ETHW ecosystem, preparing to airdrop 500 million coins. Friends who have yet to register for Twitter, do it as soon as possible. The first batch of Twit drops next week on Halloween. Afterwards, he woke up and said, don't buy Twit coins. We are not listing it. We are simply a Twit developer platform. What is this? This is a ploy to scam the naive, only to find out that there were several other similar projects before he decided to switch strategies. The change in attitude was way too quick. Let's look at the other tweets by this guy. Right after the change in attitude, he immediately released Twitdog, a clear fusion of Twitter and Doge. And the fusion doesn't look too great either. I was hoping for it to look better. Anyway, have a look at the Twitter profile for Twitdog. Twitdog, founded in October 2022, follows 3 accounts and has 533 followers. This account does not follow neither Musk's official Twitter account nor Dogecoin's. It barely had time to make a header for the account, let alone an entire web page. What does this tell us? It means that Twitdog and related projects have absolutely no connection with Musk, Twitter, or Dogecoin at all. Naturally, there can be no official authorization. It is quite obviously a project that's only there for the hype. Moreover, it is still also a potential rug pull project. Let's look at their tweets. A total of 2 tweets were posted. Both were tweeted after the acquisition of Twitter. The first one says, Twitdog to create a global Chinese community Web3 Twitter. For 1.4 billion Chinese users. You can see the world without VPN. Soon to launch. And the next one says, Happy Halloween. Twitdog wishes Chinese people around the globe a happy Halloween. Follow, retweet, tag 3 friends, and leave your ETHW address to experience the Chinese Web3 Twitter. I just want to ask. Creators, if you are an official Twitter partner, why can't I see your tweets on Twitter's official profile? And if you are not an official partner, then what qualifies you to use Twitter-related materials and icons? The second one is to advertise ETHW. But what is ETHW? It is when Ethereum was upgraded from the POW to POS system. Mining turned to pledge. A bunch of people who bought Ethereum miners had to make do. So they created a fork with almost no ecosystem. Again, it's no good. These are obviously half-hearted projects jumping on the hype train, trying to scam others with a rug pull. Therefore, please do your research before jumping in and investing in these. In general, rug pull projects like this are extremely common. The principle is that, as long as it's by a suspicious creator, it is highly likely that it'll turn into a scam. Like this guy pushing ETHW, Twitdog, Upstairs NFT, Twit Name Service, which are mostly all scams, should be blacklisted. As for this account, the only reason to follow them is to see what other kinds of coins you can add to your blacklist. Therefore, when you find a new project, we have to do research before investing. I'd also like to emphasize that there is no free lunch in this world, so please do proper research, then invest, and have patience. Well, that's it for today's show. If you enjoy my content and would like to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching my show. This show only represents personal opinions and does not constitute any investment advice. We will see you next time.